Same as we saw earlier on. It's been banned away already today, actually. Forget which map it was on. It was on... All the Luna's here to provide support at the same time, so no one can come charging their way up yellow. Battering will probably be a thing to think about. And oh, that's a great little play set up there.
The first nade, and that's going to just do a little bit of chip damage to the clash there. So well thought off so far. Dan gets in and gets aggressive with a headshot onto SpeakEasy. 45 seconds left to go, and Luna's taking more damage here.
I mean, the fact that he's gone in and got 2 kills for himself is pretty naughty in the first place. JoyStiCK into another from yellow. Almost like the disrespect to the fact that you knew yellow had been lost and you're still not being able to challenge onto it or aren't paying it the attention that you're meant to will sting them back ever so slightly. And here we go. A 1 versus 4 for Joe. MP5K on side, so has a bit of range to be able to go for a challenge here. One comes straight singing in towards his face, but Plant is going down. Cannot hold anything. Down spraying through the smoke to connect to 3K in the round. He's continuing as he started.
Sometimes just the utility, you don't even have to risk the life. But if you do put somebody in behind there, there's a strong power position for them to potentially get kills from.
They'll score.
So fascinating.
Oh, it's great.
Right now, 5 versus 4, 5 versus 3 as Scyther steps around, gets the kill onto Visas, and this is looking like, you were right, there's a more difficult game for Invictus here as Empire. They're looking pretty sharp, but Lunarmetal manages to get a kill to just try and bring things back for Invictus, but no, Dan from the skylight.
6 kills for himself inside 3 rounds. The rest of the team, yeah, sure, playing a little bit of catch at the long angle contest. A bit of a swing from Luna that you'll be asking questions about, but Empire now twice in the round have had a good 2 versus 1. SpeakEasy gets the shutdown, but always drops like Batman from the sky. Finds himself the close and kill. Empire, 2 rounds in the bounce.
Still has an exothermic charge in pocket, but it's going to be very late at this point in time trying to get it open. JoyStiCK, look at the reactions, manages to flip 180 and shut down HysteRiX. He's fortunate that the man was low health, takes a little bit of damage himself, but not too much. The Jackal track is just going to force one back. He knows there's a challenge to be made, but SpeakEasy, he's having absolutely none of that. Fronts up to the scans of JoyStiCK and shuts him down as he drops the hatch. 4 versus 4, and we've got a crouch walk in Zafia of Dan coming down the spiral staircase. That is unbelievable on such low health. Des gets himself 2. ShepparD gets 1. 3 versus 1. Scyther finishes it off, and that is all about Dan's play. He has got about 30 hits. Be that they don't see much value from it anymore as teams have learned to play around it. But right now, Scyther, he's playing around that connector window. He's going to open one up, and that was an easy kill onto SpeakEasy.
Challenge at least works out for them because it's JoyStiCK who's gone down. 4 versus 4. But again, Empire have got the clock to worry about. We're into the final 20 seconds. They're in a 2 versus 4, and there's a clash on board. This is going to be an easy closeout for Invictus.
It has to be. You'd be really surprised to see Empire be able to turn this around. They just don't have the utility necessary to deal with that clash. Joe gets the first onto ShepparD. Scyther finds 1, and then a melee. That's a big risk, but with time ticking by, it's too little too late, Des. He has to try and get the diffuser down. Can't come off, and it's an easy cleanup for Jordan. Invictus getting themselves back into it once again, and where have we seen this before? A challenge onto JoyStiCK here. He's going to need to push forward as JoyStiCK is well aware of his presence, but just takes his eye off the ball, and HysteRiX takes full advantage of that and gets the kill, but targets here, and that could be a problem for them.
I think HysteRiX at this point realizes they're not going to come to him, so he best go to them, takes the gunfight, but can't win it. Scyther winning one that you wouldn't necessarily expect, but once again, that clock has run down to nothing. They've got the yellow control. The plant's going in. SpeakEasy, sorry, Joe, trying to do what they can. A 2K for SpeakEasy is just what you want. Dan's down. They've won, but they don't know it at this point. In fact, I think they do. They'll finish the man off, and they've managed to clutch it out. A 3K for SpeakEasy, 1 from Joe to contribute. Invictus turning 2 versus 4 into victory. You make use of external information to make sure it definitely connects onto an ideal target. JoyStiCK finding Joe, getting traded out immediately by Luna, who's watching on the skylight. Good teamwork coming out of IG. To take that trade early on onto JoyStiCK. You're losing Sophia, sure, but arguably not the most pivotal part of your plans on this site. There's another one, SpeakEasy. Questions, do they know there is an evil eye around here? In fact, there's 2 of them. Can they deal with both? Because something tells them they most likely can't. They can try and get in and punch them out if they choose to, and here comes the call. Invictus say, go for the kills. They try and step in, they're finding 1, they found 2. 1 versus 4, there's nothing else they can do. Always left alone, being challenged from the long angle. Jordan finds it. Invictus, sorry, 3 rounds on the bounce.
I think they had right utility and just gain himself some sort of access to be able to make the challenge, but it's JoyStiCK ultimately from a whole world away down in
side of the room itself, and Luna's going to be facing that problem now, as I believe there is still someone on the downstairs. The final 15 seconds, he's killed by Dan, make it a double. The ShepparD actually connects one up for himself as well. HysteRiX fights back, SpeakEasy into another, can't quite get the next. A shotgun to the face by ShepparD, and HysteRiX a one-man mission with 5 HP and a dream. Not gonna maybe it was a bad throw, but ShepparD, he's going to be looking to make the challenges from behind the mirror window, but it's Joe to open things up onto Dan, and that's a big loss for Empire, as Lunarmetal has the opportunity to get the diffuser down. Always is trying to relocate the Yokai, but he's not going to do it in time, and that's the drone missing the plant. It is successful, and Invictus are able to drop back down onto the driveway and hold long angles here, and this has just become an extremely difficult retake. ShepparD straight in, tries to get on the diffuser. He's got Always on the cover. He could maybe stick this, but no. The first kill comes in. It was the only one that was needed. ShepparD manages to get one, but traded immediately to close out the round, and going straight in by the bomb chassis. There are Toxic Babe canisters, but they've missed the mark. The smoke canister from the attackers will keep the man safe, and that is a successful plant. Kills raining in as well. Jordan, Lunarmetal, they're going to get themselves an opportunity here. Lunarmetal on the cover as Always jumps out with an immediate trade there. 3 versus 1 as SpeakEasy finds Scyther. It's all down to ShepparD in a 1 versus 3. We've seen him do it already once today. He finds the first, has to take the jump out to take the challenge on the second. He knows he has no choice, and Lunarmetal with a nice calm attitude finds the kills. Look at that, no panic in the man. I think he's got some information that there is a player down here somewhere. I don't believe there is anybody on the 3 ping, but we've got the Gon 6 out ready to burst this door open for him. There it goes. Scyther gets the kill onto Lunarmetal. HysteRiX was sure that there was somebody there, but he's chasing shadows. There we go. The Mozzie of JoyStiCK comes around from the bottom and spiral, looks to make a challenge, takes a bit of damage, but dips away into the map. Very little chance, I would say, that Invictus managed to get this over the line, because Empire are all over the map, and it's all coming down to the Amaru of HysteRiX here. He knows that there's one behind the shield. There's nothing he can do. Gets in, gets the challenge onto 1, but surely an impactless kill as ShepparD steps around the corner with the shotgun, and we're going all the way to the 12th round. A very aggressive position there on the yellow stairs, ready to challenge anybody coming from Piano. JoyStiCK opens one up. Lunarmetal, this is heading to overtime, Des, as Dan gets himself one, and that leaves now Empire 5 versus 2 as JoyStiCK gets another. This is all going in their favour. Surely Jordan can't do this. 1 versus 4 becomes 1 versus 3, but there's only 11 seconds left to go. He cannot find Dan. Dan shuts him down, and we're going to overtime again, back to back. Interesting open if you've got an Ace or a Hibana on side that can do it at range. It just gives a really nice line of sight through into the connector. Be Always to start us off though with a kill onto Jordan. That's taking the Jaeger down with a nade, and that is going to be, I was going to say a second, but Scyther gets taken down off the rappel by Joe. ShepparD, however, manages to find the trade there. 4 versus 3, and Empire looking like they are starting to move into command of this one, as Always gets the kill onto SpeakEasy. HysteRiX with a great C4 from big step up for them, considering it to how things are going all the way back in round number 10. Feels like a lifetime ago. HysteRiX going for the 1 challenge, can't quite find it. Knows the man's there, finds one, but Plant is down. Does he know to his left? No, he doesn't. Although the shots are getting missed, at least in the first case, coming out from ShepparD. Now he connects onto it. HysteRiX falls down. Empire move up to match point. Sick.
Always is low health at this point. He's going to take the jump out though. Doesn't find anybody. Shut down by Lunarmetal. It was that is not in their advantage. SpeakEasy still on that window, looking for anything he can find. Dan finally gets him. Scyther, ShepparD, it's all going to Empire. They close it down, and they manage to get themselves 2 points, and they get themselves moving here at the Mexico Major.
Took a bit of time. It took a fight back. It took a few scares, some may even say, but Empire do find that much needed win. That is one hell of a way to spice up this group now, because IG still sit ahead of TSM. TSM bottom on 0 and 2, Empire 1 and 1, IG 1 and 1, Liquid sat at the top on 2.